What's up, everyone? Welcome back to more Railroads Online. We're back at it with our little short line, and we're picking up where we left off the last time. Here, last video, we did some track improvements. So since the last video, I've bought a few more log cars, a few more spine cars, and you know, we did the track improvements. I've done some more track improvements since then. I'll show you guys in a minute, but I want to get this switch thrown real fast, and then we're going to shove back in there, load up with some logs. And I think we've got like 7 cars, right? I think it's 6 or 7. And before we start shoving, I want to put a handbrake on this bottom one. Since we've got so many cars, let's see how many we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we've got 6, 7. Yeah, this is 7. Okay, 7 cars. My goal was 8. But I don't know if the Porter will handle 8, to be honest. Like that, it's going to be kind of tough. Anyway, the reason why we did the handbrake on the bottom, I want something to kind of shove against a little bit so the slack won't be running in and out. You know, these aren't cushioned. It's just link and pin. So when you're shoving to a spot, they're kind of all over the place a little bit, right? And we do have a lot of cars. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see. We got a reverser set. Let's go ahead and release the brake. Let's give it a little power here. There we go. All right, we'll shove in there, and we'll get these loaded up, and we'll take them to the logging or the sawmill. We'll unload them, and then I've got some more track improvements I want to do before we wrap this video up. So that's the plan for today. Major track improvements. Like I said, we've invested in some new equipment. I think last video we had, what, 3 cars? Now we've got 4 more, so more than double our fleet. At some point, we're going to need another locomotive. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. As far as here, I put in a firewood place. You can see it way down in the distance so we could get some fuel here when we need it. We'll get some more log cars for that. I want to have enough to run log service to the sawmill as well as supply to the firewood depot. So we got a depot at the freight depot, the main yard, the starter yard. I don't even have a name for that. We need to name that something, but we've got one there, and then we've got one up here, because this is pretty much what our service is composed of, is just running back and forth to the log camp and the sawmill. All right, this should be, that's the only thing. It's so hard to spot these cars up because you just can't. Yeah, I think we went too far. Let's pull ahead just a little bit. That's the tough part about it. Like, you just can't tell. It's really hard to eyeball. I think that's going to be good right about here. We'll go check it out. We'll see. We're going to have to shuffle them around a little bit to do this, for sure. Oh, yeah, we're too far up. We're way too far up. You know what? Let's shove back just a little bit. Scratch that. My depth, like, I have 0 depth perception in this game. Like most any game, I have 0 depth perception. It's just really hard to judge sometimes. See, it looks kind of even right there, but it's really just not. All right, let's put it in reverse. I think we need to shove back, what, half a car, maybe, something like that. That should be good. Let's get some brakes going. All right, now let's go get these started. It's going to take a hot minute, so we're going to skip through this, loading all this, because it's kind of monotonous. It's the only thing, like, one of the aspects of the game that I really just don't care for. I wish you could just, like, spot the cars up, have a timer where you put them on their loading spot, and then, like, in 5 or 10 minutes, they just automatically load up and you're good to go. Instead of watching this, instead of like having to babysit them, because I have a railroad to run, right? I totally have a railroad to run, so I don't have time to babysit this loading. Like, these guys should be able to do it on their own. Something, but I mean, as difficult as it is, once I get this built up pretty good and we get more track in, we're going to have like, there'll probably be a porter just stationed up here just to take care of the logs. Like, what I would ultimately like to do is have this, you know, have this guy or something similar to it up here to switch and build the trains and get them loaded, and then have something like a mainline train that probably runs back and forth, you know, picking up the cars and delivering them and that sort of thing. So anyway, yeah, here's our yard. Here's our firewood place that I added in, our firewood depot. So it worked out pretty good down here, because usually, you know, when you pull in, I like to run around the car, so I cut off and I come down here and stop to line the switch, and like that's the perfect time to pick up and fuel up, you know, pick up some firewood and fuel up. And that's, yeah, that's where you go in to load it. I need to finish that. I still got the bridge there. I need to take that out. We got our cordwood load out right there. We're not doing anything with cordwood right now, or pulpwood. I like to call it pulpwood. Not doing anything with it. Are they still loading up? No, they're not. Come on, dude. Yeah, this is kind of tedious. It's a little bit tedious getting this stuff loaded up. Yeah, they're just not doing it. Okay, we're going to have to pull ahead just a little bit. And get those loaded up, and then we'll finish up and take them south. Alright, there we go. Our last log has been placed. Our train is loaded. So we got 7 cars of logs. I really would like an 8-car set. And we've got room for 8 cars. Like, we could totally do 8 cars. We might get... Yeah, I don't know. It'd probably be about 8, maybe 9 max. But I like 8 because 8's a nice, even number. But I don't think our porter's going to be able to handle 8 cars. I don't think that's doable. I don't think so. I think 7 is pretty much it. We got a little bit of a climb out of here. It's only like 2%. For a few hundred feet, and then it drops down all the way to the sawmills. So if it wasn't for that, we'd be set. If I do the final major realignment up here, there's one more track realignment I want to do up here. If we did that, it might be okay. I might be able to lessen that grade. So I'll show you when we get around there. But I've already done some realignments. Ooh, it looks like we were popping a wheelie for a second there. Maybe. I don't think so, but it looked like it. Alright, let's ease out of here before we derail something, because it is very easy to derail stuff. These cars are extra sensitive. They're very, very sensitive cars. The whole train itself is like extra sensitive. Like, it derails in a heartbeat. Oh, also, I want to add in that I am playing the beta. I know some of you had suggested the beta. That's what I started. I started with the beta from the get-go, so that's what we're doing. We're just not doing any of the weather effects. Right now in Spur's world, it's all the time sunny and beautiful. All right, we need to go. I think we need to, like, actually... All right, this is where the grade starts, right there at the switch. And it kind of, like... I had to go straight here because if I cut back any further to the right coming off of that switch there, the curve would be way too sharp. So we had to have this little grade here. And I really just don't think there's any way around it. We had to have a grade going up right here. There you see our predecessor railroad down there. Like I said, they failed. They failed where we succeeded. This is the last spot, all right? I did a realignment right there. Remember, it was really curvy through there. We had a few S-curves through there, and I took those out. I straightened that out. This is the last spot of major realignment I want to do. I want to try to lessen this curve a little bit. Come off right there out of that one and just kind of cut straight across. Not necessarily a straightaway, but just a little bit less of a curve. So we're over the grade now. And we're going to come into our next big track realignment. Which, of course, you guys saw in the last video. We did one right here. Like, we totally straightened this out. It was really curvy through here, just kind of hugging the mountainside. And we totally took that out. All right, I want to do something real fast. Give it a little handbrake there. Just kind of help us out. Just a tad. It's cool that you could do that. We need a brakeman. We need a brakeman that can, like, run along the tops of the cars and apply the brakes. All right, give her a little power here. We took the bottom brake off. I took the bottom brake off when we were loading out, so we still only have one. We can kill the sander too. We don't need to waste all our sand. We're gonna need some water too. We're getting kind of low on water a little bit. So this was a realignment that I did this curve here. I can't remember if we did this in the last video or not, to be honest. And we did a little bit of a realignment through here as well. I think in the last video. Yeah, I think we did. I think we made this straightaway here. And here's where the major off-video work happened. Now, if y'all remember in the last video, we had multiple switches. Actually, it's going to be after this curve right here. Never mind. Scratch that. Yeah, we did some work here too. We did another realignment. We straightened it out. I think we broadened the curve just a little bit. It's not quite as sharp. Because we're trying to think ahead. We're trying to forward think so we can set ourselves up for Bigger trains, bigger engines, that kind of thing. All right, here we go. This was off video right here. So we used to have 2 switches coming off. We had a switch coming off right here. That was a leg of a wire. We had a wire right here that went around to like the lumber and beam loading. Man, she's really dragging though. I think we're gonna have to kill that handbrake. Yeah, let's knock this off real fast. There we go. Should be a little better. Oh, we have no fuel. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, we need to add some fuel. I totally forgot about that. Hopefully that's gonna help us out. All right, let's come out of that. Let's do a little poor man's dynamics, what I like to call it, where we reverse it and open the regulator up. That actually works pretty good. It works really good. It's some extra stopping power. I don't know if they do that in real life or not. Probably not. I imagine that like piston parts would probably be going all over the place. All right, we gotta slow down. Supply some breakage here. Yeah, she just doesn't want to stop, right? Yeah, the reverser thing works really good. All right, let's go down here, throw this switch, and we'll talk about what I did in the last video. So, let's see. I'm trying to remember how this went. We had 3 switches through here. We had the 2 switches for the other side of the plant up there. One was a Y. We had one coming off the main down here and going around into the plant. Well, the switch that came off right here was like really incredibly sharp because we were having to come off here and then curve back around to that spur to go to the unloading area. So that one was really sharp. This one was decent. This is the original one here. We kept it. We may broaden it just a little bit when we did the realignment through there. And then we had the other leg of the Y down here that came in, and we took it out because it was another one that was really, really super sharp. And I just didn't see bigger locomotives or anything like that, you know, being able to like navigate that curve. So we took those out. We just got the one curve now, or the one switch now. We took the 2 other switches out. We had a little bit of a kink in the rail right here. We took that out like we did. Like this was completely relayed all through here. So that was our big realignment that we did. Now the next thing I want to do is put in a passing siding right here. I think a passing siding would be really handy there. Since we took out the Y, we can't run, we can't like turn our train to go the right direction there when we're going back to the logging camp. All right, let's back this thing down in there. This will do it. She might. She's kind of heavy. Yeah, I think this is the limit. I don't see us doing 8 cars. I just totally don't think 8 cars is going to be doable. I think it's going to be chaos. There we go. Now we're getting it. All right. Yeah, it's going to be complete and total chaos with 8. So 7 is the max for this engine. Maybe we can get another engine. This may make a good switch engine for the lumber yard. The logging camp, whatever it is. I can't ever get that right for some reason. All right, let's come out of the throttle. Coaster down in there. It's a little bit of a downgrade, and it takes a lot to get this thing stopped. You can see when I lengthened the spur here where we can unload, I actually did the end of it, the end of the tail track there on an uphill to kind of help us out a little bit. All right, here's the other work. I completely relayed this. At one time, this just came straight around to the loading point there for the lumber and beams and all that stuff. We threw in a switch and then did a little bypass around it there so we can get around to the logs and not impede the loading and unloading. So that works out pretty good. We did some curve realignments here in the back. It was kind of sharp back here as well, too. I think it's a 40. I think 40 on the radius is a minimum that I went for. That's what I was shooting for. I really like 50. But 40 seems to work out okay. I don't see our biggest and best locomotives going down in there. All right, let's slow her up just a little bit. Yeah, I do that reverser trick all the time. Like I said, that's probably totally not legit, but it works in game really, really well. I know I've seen people do all kind of fancy loops and crossings and crossovers and stuff to make it like continuous where you don't have to back up and go forward, but I really want to kind of keep it somewhat legit as far as that stuff. All right, let's hop out and we'll get this stuff unloaded. Try not to get crushed. All right, get that one. Get that one, and I don't know if that one's going to take or not. You know what? We may pull forward. Yeah, we're going to pull forward just there. All right, just a scooch, just a little bit here. That should be good. All right, let's get that last car. Yeah, so far it's been a blast. I'm highly addicted to this game so far. Like I said, there's a few things that I would love to see different or changed, but I could say that just about any game that I play. There's always going to be something that you're not completely happy with, but I think the loading is by far the most tedious. All right, let's kill the sand. Let's go out to the main. So in our track expansion, I want to do 2 more tracks. I want to do 2 more passing tracks. I'm trying to think ahead to like a multiplayer with, you know, more than one person playing. And we need some passing tracks, and eventually we're going to expand out to other areas too, but luckily track is free. That's the thing that really kind of surprised me, is all this is free. It doesn't cost you anything to lay this track. Oh yeah, this is so much better coming out of here. It was really kind of janky coming out of here before. All right, we'll pull clear, we'll get that switch, and then we'll add in another switch and we'll do our runaround. Trying to think where we will put the runaround at. I think maybe we'll do a switch like up here. Yeah, something like that. We'll see. Some brake. I gotta figure out where we're going to park while we do this. I was kind of thinking about maybe having a switch come off here and then go to the left. And we'll have our passing track. Maybe that stand's going to be in the way though. That sucks. We should have done it on the other side. I wasn't even thinking about that. All right, let's clear this guy up on the main to the freight depot. What's our water look like? Water's okay, but we're definitely going to need some at some point. All right, that should be good for this guy. We got him out of the way. We just added in fuel, so we shouldn't have to worry about that for a little bit. So I think first thing we need to do is move that switch stand, because our passing siding is going to be going around to the left here. So we're going to need to do the other one. All right, we'll do that. Let's delete this guy out. And let's add in a new one. Let's see, it's going to be right hand, that one there. That's going to work. All right, that should be good. And then we need to go down in here. We'll delete some of these guys out. I kind of think starting it right here, and it's going to go through that curve. The curve's going to be a bit of a pain, but I think it'll be all right. All right, left-hand switch. So let's do... You know what, we'll just do this. I think it's on a grade though is the only thing. Yeah, that kind of sucks. we're going to have a weird janky grade right there. I don't think you can lay this on a grade, right? I don't think you can. I think the switches have to be flat. Let's try it out and see real fast. I could be wrong. Do that one. Yeah, we can't adjust the grade on that. How much of a difference is there right here? Yeah, that's not good at all. That's no bueno. We're going to have to go back a little further than what I wanted to, but it'll be all right. Let's go back to there. Let's do... Yeah, we'll just go right here. I think that switch there. That should be good there. All right, let's get this tied back in. Let's go back to 3-foot rail 2. All right. Yeah, there's a little bit of a grade there. Just a little bit, but that'll take care of that. Actually, we should have done something else first. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Let's try this. Let's do that. Let's do... All right, yeah, we'll get this switch in there. Okay, this should be the start of our double track. Let's get a little piece in right here. I really wish there's a way you could look at your existing track and be able to tell like what your grade is. That looks about perfect. We're going to go down just a tad. All right, we've got that in. All right, let's delete this one out and we can tie it in. Hopefully this is going to work out. I mean, maybe my plan will work. I'm not 100% certain yet, but we'll see. Tie this guy in right there. That looks good. Okay, so what we need to do is go to the other side of the curve here. And do the same thing. Oh, that looks so much better. It was really kind of janky through here too. It really just was. Alright, I don't want to get the curve. Alright, that's perfect. Okay, get you. Alright, let's put a switch in right here. Let's do, it's going to need to be a right. I can't hardly tell what I'm doing here. What's going on with my switch? Go back, right hand, another right. Alright, that should be good. And this may not, yeah, it's not going to be far enough out. Doggone it. Alright, let's delete some more then. Get you. Let's try it down here, see if this works. Go back, right hand switch. Tie you in there. Get another right hand. That should be good right there. Okay. We're just establishing the spacing for the siding, the double track, whatever you want to call it. It's basically a siding. It's not going to be double track, but... Alright, let's do this. Let's go... We can go straight out. Pretty flats. Straight out to about... I think right here would be good. I think that's close enough. See, it just tied into that. Why did it do that? I didn't tell it to tie into that. I'm afraid our track's going to be super janky right here for some reason. I don't know why it's doing that. Alright, straight out. To right here. There we go. Alright, that's better. This may work now. Alright, we may have this now. Let's go back. Let's turn off circle. Get curved around a little bit there. Hopefully this is going to work. I hope so. We'll see. I really want this siding right here. I'm going through a lot of work. Sweet. All right, we got it in. Nice. All right, that worked out perfect. Beautiful. All right, we've got our runaround track here. Nice. All right, so we could basically just pull out, shove them in here and run around it and then pull back to the logging camp, or we can make meets here if we're doing like multiplayer. Like, we just needed something else right here to help us out. Because like I said, I'm thinking ahead. I'm trying to think ahead on this stuff as far as like what we can need. All right, let's delete this guy out. We'll add in another one. We'll join this up. Sweet, our siding is done. All right, finally, that took a little work. That took a little bit of work, absolutely. That was a little work, but you know what? With perseverance, we did it. All right. Nice, let's get our train and let's shove back, or actually we can use our passing siding now. Let's do that. Let's shove it back in the clear and then we'll run around it and head back towards the logging camp. We got one more area I want to work on before we call it quits. All right here is going to be our next siding. This straightaway is going to be our next siding. I think we're going to put a siding in here and a spur as well too, like a little storage track in case we have to double or something like that. You know, you never know. She does pretty good. She does good on this grade. Like, we could absolutely get the empties up there. We could get probably 10 empties up there, but it's just pushing back the other way that we can't do it. All right, let's get it in the clear. All right, right here should be perfect. Yeah, the only thing it sucks is just the grade of the switches that you can't. Yeah, that's going to suck right here. That really just is. And I don't know of a way around it. I really just don't. All right, let's take you out. We'll put our next switch right here. We need a left hand. Which left hand do we want? I think this one right here would be good. Come on, I know you want to. Come on. Somewhere in here. It's somewhere in here. I know you are. This may honestly not work right here. I didn't think about that because of the fill. This may not work, guys. This totally may not work. All right, let's try it again. Let's see. Left hand switch. Oh, there it is. I saw it right there. Oh, yeah, it does work. Okay. No, it doesn't. That's really janky. What? Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. And there's going to be a huge difference in our grade right here, too. Yeah, we'll keep going with it. We'll keep trying. Like, I mean, we're already into it. We're already into it. We may as well go. We may as well go with it. All right, we'll put you there. Big difference in the grade, right? Like, that's a huge difference in the grade. That's totally going to jack our grade up. Yeah, it sure is. Not to mention the fill, too. Oh, doggone it. I really wanted a siding right here. I'm starting to think it's going to be more trouble than it's worth, guys. I kind of wonder, like, we would have to redo this entire grade to keep it at 2%. And then we'd have to fix the fill as well, too. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it, guys, unless y'all got a better plan. I don't think it's worth it. I really wanted one right there, but I don't think it's going to be doable at all. I really don't. I think it's going to be way more work than it's worth. All right, let's get this. Let's just get it connected back up. Let's put you right here. Yeah, if we redid, like, if we came out here flat 0% because of the switch of the siding, and then our 2% runs all the way down and around that curve, like, we would have to relay so much track. I don't know. And then it would, the switch at the bottom would be flat too. Like, that really sucks that you can't do switches on a grade. I mean, I get, like, not being able to do them in the middle of a grade change. Like, it needs to be all or nothing, right? Like, it either needs to be 1% to, like, you can't have it transition in the middle of the switch, but like, we would have to relay all that, like, going on around there too. That sucks. That really sucks. Let me look at this one more time. Yeah, you totally can't do that on a grade. All right, well, scratch that. Scratch that idea, guys. I'm sorry. We tried. We ran into engineering problems that I didn't anticipate. I totally didn't realize that the switches couldn't be laid on a grade. Oh, it's just part of it, right? Like, it's, oh man, that stinks. That would have been a nice spot for a siding right there too. Perfect. But I mean, it is a logging camp. There's not going to be a whole lot of stuff going up here other than, like, shuffling empties up and loads down. So I mean, we got the siding at the sawmill. That helps a lot. We could always extend that out a little bit if we need to. But I don't really consider this the main. Like, I think this is going to wind up being a branch as we build to other locations. All right, let's go on up to the logging camp. Come on, Betsy, you can do it. Do we have any sand? Oh, you know, I haven't even filled this thing with sand. I don't think we have any. I don't see any coming out. Yeah, we totally don't have any sand. We're empty. It doesn't tell you. And we don't have a place to load sand either. Yeah, we don't have a place to refill. I think I'm going to do that at the depot. We'll do that some other time. I don't really want to do a sand house up here. If we were going to have, like, more trains and stuff going through here, then yeah, that would be different. But I think this is going to be more of a branch line. I don't think this is going to be mainline status. Like, there's nowhere else to go from here. We'll still do this realignment right here. We'll come back someday and we'll do this. I mean, technically it's not horrible. It's got that one kink right there I don't like. All right, let's get some poor man dynamics going here. We need to come down here and get some water. See if we can get this switch real fast before we get up on it. Nice. So this is the move that I make, like, every time we come up here. I'm really proud of this yard. Like, this is the best place on the entire railroad. Alright, should just be a little bit further. Alright, should be good right here. Get you cut off. We'll see about running around and getting some water. I'll show you guys how we get water. Water is kind of tedious. See, this works out perfect. When we cut off, when we come down here to run around, like, we're just right here ready to load up. Like so. Nice. How are we looking? Yeah, we need to get a little bit more. Let's grab a few of these. Throw them in there like so. Go ahead and top her off. Alright, just a few more. And then we'll fill her up. Sweet. Yeah, that works out perfect right there. I'm really proud of that spot too. All right, let's take her ahead. We'll spot her up at the water tower, get her filled up. Water's kind of hit and miss on this. Like, sometimes it seems like it's not using any water at all, and then other times it seems like it goes through water like no tomorrow, and I haven't figured that out. Maybe yeah, maybe just a hair. Whoa. Good enough. All right. I'm gonna open it up. Get you open. All right, that's good. I can grab you and pull you down just a little bit. See, the tedious part is you can't really tell. Like, from that angle, you can't tell how close or far off you are. So we have to do it like this. And then pull it down. Like so. That should be good right there. Good enough. All right, yeah, it should be filling up. Dude, she's taking water. Yes, she is. She's taking water. We need like 450. I think 450 is what it can take. We're just now through 280, so it's going to take a hot minute to do this. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one, guys. I'm just kind of sad and bummed our last sighting didn't work out, but I don't think it's going to be worth all that trouble. Love all of you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the rails next time. Peace.